All right, let's jump right into something really cool. We're going to look at a project that shows you exactly how to build and run a super powerful AI chatbot, completely offline. Yep, that means your data stays 100% private. And hey, this isn't just some theory, it's a real-world case study you can check out for yourself.
So why is this such a big deal? Well, think about it. If you're using a cloud AI for your business, every single question, every piece of customer data you put in gets shot off to some third-party company. And, that really should make you wonder about who's seeing that data and what they're doing with it.
And this lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you've got the typical cloud AI. The costs can be all over the place and you're constantly sending sensitive information out the door. But on the other side, you've got the local AI approach. Yeah, there's a setup cost, but after that, zero API fees. And the best part, your data never ever leaves your own system.
Okay, so that brings us to the hero of our story today. This project isn't just an idea, it's a real working solution. It's a customer support chatbot made for a make-believe online store, and the whole thing runs right on your own computer. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This chatbot, built for a store they call ShopSphere, uses some amazing open-source tools, Allama to manage the model, and Meta's powerful Llama 3.2 model itself. But here's the magic trick. It does all the thinking locally. You don't even need an internet connection for it to answer a question. That's the secret sauce to guaranteeing complete data privacy.
So what's the bottom line here? What do you actually get by doing this? Well, there are three huge wins. First, you get total privacy. Obvious, right? Second, you get to say goodbye to those never-ending API bills. That can save you a fortune. And third, you have complete control. You're not stuck with another company's rules, their surprise price increases, or their API changes. You own the whole shebang.
But, just having an AI running isn't the whole game. You need to get good answers out of it. So this project did something brilliant. It set up a little experiment, a prompting showdown, if you will, to figure out the best way to ask the AI questions to get the most useful replies.
And here's how they ran the test. First, they gathered 20 real customer questions and tweaked them to fit their fake store. Then they wrote two totally different sets of instructions, or prompts, for the AI. After that, they ran all 20 questions through both prompts, which gave them 40 different answers. And finally, they sat down and carefully scored every single response to see which prompt was the winner. Now, this whole process of creating those instructions, that's called prompt engineering. You can think of it as the art of learning how to talk to an AI. It's about figuring out the clearest, most effective way to ask for something so you get exactly what you want back. It's way more about communication than it is about coding.
And this slide just nails the two methods they tested. On one side, you have the zero-shot prompt, which just gives the AI instructions. It's kind of like telling a new employee, hey, go do this. But then you have the one-shot prompt. It gives the same instructions, but it also includes a perfect example of what a finished task should look like. It's showing the AI what a fantastic answer looks like.
Okay, so the experiment was run, all the answers were scored. Which method actually won the showdown? This is where things get really interesting.
But before we reveal the winner, let's see how they judged these answers. It wasn't just a gut feeling. They used a really clear system based on three things. Relevance? Did it actually answer the question? Coherence? Did the answer make sense? And helpfulness? Did it, actually solve the person's problem?
And the results? Super clear. Giving the AI that one good example, the one-shot prompt, made a huge difference. It consistently gave back better answers. The great news is that the local model was speedy and the answers it gave were logical. The main hurdle? It couldn't look up specific things like an order number because it wasn't hooked up to a live database. And that right there is the obvious next step for a project like this.
So you might be thinking, what did it take to build all this? Some super complex tech stack? Well, get this. It was all built in just one language, Python. That's a huge deal because it means the whole thing is built on one of the most common and beginner-friendly programming languages out there. It makes it so much easier for other people to copy this and build on top of it.
So why are we spending all this time on one single GitHub project? Because what it represents is massive. This isn't just a chatbot. It's a glimpse into a future where powerful AI isn't just something you rent from a giant corporation, it's something you can actually own and run yourself.
At the end of the day, this project is way more than a chatbot. It's a blueprint. It's a roadmap that shows developers, small businesses, even just curious individuals how to build their own AI tools. It's a way to break free from depending on big tech and to take back control over your own data.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really big question to think about. As our own computers get more and more powerful every year, are we about to see a massive shift? Is it possible that the next AI revolution won't happen in some faraway giant data center, but right there on your own desk?